Welcome to SVG-TV's news for Wednesday, November 26, 2025. I'm Triska Campbell with the details. The ruling Unity Labour Party, the ULP, staged its final rally on Tuesday night ahead of tomorrow's general election set for Thursday, November 27th. In his closing appeal to voters, party leader and Prime Minister Dr. Alf Gonsalves reiterated the ULP's development agenda, describing it as being on the right side of progress. Addressing a large crowd of supporters, Dr. Gonsalves expressed confidence that the party would secure victory in all 15 constituencies, while simultaneously urging the electorate to return the ULP to office for a 6th consecutive term.
And in the eyes of the Lord, we are all made equal, and we have to look out for one another. What I can't tolerate, though, is some of the ungrateful and bad-minded set of people, some of them. Young people, women, elderly, men, everybody, come back home to Labour if you're straight. Please, please, help us to help you. Lift us up. Lift me up, please. I beg you. Lift me up. Lift these comrades up so that we can be lifted up together. We go into first world status. Let us beat the NDP worse than they ever got licked. Lift me up, please, I beg you. Lift me up. Let us lift up each other. When troubles come, don't sell out our country. The NDP have a lot of bad-minded and wicked people in their leadership. Give us a massive victory.
During his address, Dr. Gonsalves criticized the policies of the opposition New Democratic Party, the NDP, and some of its candidates. The ULP leader, who is the longest-serving Prime Minister in the country's history, noted that he has no desire to return to the opposition benches.
In your villages, I know some of you are upset that some NDP people get things which you feel that Labour people should have get. I born in Connery and I live in St. Vincent, I live on Mars. But if you think that government is difficult and sometimes contradictions arise, try opposition. If you think government is difficult, try opposition. Let me tell you this. For those of you who never experienced opposition, especially the young ones, it's not nice. It's not nice. Who will take care of you? Those of us who have been in opposition, we have been through the fire, we have been through the rain. We have no desire to go back on the NDP again.
Dr. Gonsalves also accused the opposition of attempting to bribe ULP supporters, stating that the matter has been reported to the Supervisor of Elections. He cautioned voters against using their cell phones inside the polling booth, reminding them to follow all election regulations.
Before the country is sold out, they want to buy this election. And they're coming wrong with money. They're offering ordinary people money to switch from Labour. In fact, I had to report to the Supervisor of Elections today something what they're doing. They're saying that they will pay you for your vote, that you must take your cell phone in the polling booth and take a photograph of the ballot, and if you show that you vote for NDP, they will have somebody come and pay you. She's putting out a release, and I want you to hear it. And I want the polling agents for Labour to know this. Everybody who comes, if the presiding officer doesn't say leave your cell phone at such a particular point, you can demand that they leave the cell phone. You can't take your cell phone inside of the polling station.
4 ULP candidates were also given the opportunity to make their final pitch to the electorate during the rally. They echoed the party leader's call, urging supporters to turn out in large numbers on November 27th to ensure the ULP is returned to office. In other news, the opposition New Democratic Party, NDP, held its closing rally at the Camlin Park playing field in South Leeward constituency. The mass event featured performances by Jamaican artist Shensia Longwich Atian, along with several local performers, energizing thousands who attended. In his closing message, NDP leader Dr. Godwin Friday thanked Vincentians for their support over the years, noting that he has traveled across the country meeting people in their homes. He assured supporters that he will continue to stand with them as long as they need him.
The people, I love you. I love this country, and I have given the last 25 years of my life in active service in the politics of this country. There are those who will tell you, they will try to scare you, as Fitz has told you, about our being here as your representatives to carry the mantle of leadership forward. But I want to give you this promise here tonight. I have been there with you for the past 25 years, and I will be with you as long as you choose to have me there going into the future. And anybody who wants to change that, they got to come and meet me at the poll in 2 days' time. You've heard from my colleagues a lot of the trials and tribulations of this country. Over the course of the campaign, we have outlined our plans based on our consultations with you as to how we are going to deal with those challenges. I have absolutely no doubt in the ability of my team, in the practicality of our plans, and the wisdom of the approach that we have chosen to lead this country once we form government.
Dr. Friday emphasized that young people are at the center of the party's development plans for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, stressing the importance of ensuring that the next generation has opportunities that previous generations did not.
That we leave the stage better, with you better prepared to take this country, this beautiful country of ours forward. And we have no doubt that you will do so once you have been given the opportunity to equip yourselves to lead in the future that we all want to see. This country has a lot of potential. There are those who will try to hold us back and say that it is only they who have the solutions. Only one man knows what ails this country and what the medicine is. But I tell you this, if you heard from my colleagues, one man can't run this country forever. And we have better choices available for us come next Thursday. On Thursday, we will have a chance, this Thursday, to elect a government that has taken the time to understand the challenges facing our people, to listen to you, to know what you want us to represent you about, to have the humility to say, I may not have all the answers, but I know where to look for them, and they are very often within the people whom we seek to serve.
Highlighting that the people are the real boss, Dr. Friday said this will be demonstrated at the polls on Thursday.
That is mightier than any brag and boast that you will have from those who have been in government for far too long and think that they own the country, that everything that is done must be with their bidding, and that they suck the honey and the sweetness from this country and the rest of us must take the crumbs. Well, too long in the dot, as the people would say. We shall change that come Thursday. And we will do it with a vengeance, because there is a lot for us to be upset about. There's a lot of disappointment and broken promises from this government. When they came into office, they said they would deal with crime. Well, crime has dealt very badly with us. Because what has happened is year after year, we have had record numbers of people, young people in particular, killing one another. We have had poverty growing in this country, believe it or not, under this government. There are more poor people and indigent poor people in this country than there were 10 years ago. That the unemployment rate in 2001, when they came to office, was lower than it was in 2018 when there was an IMF study. And they call themselves progressives. There's a lot to be upset about this government, and a lot of reasons to vote against them.
Other NDP candidates contesting Thursday's general election also delivered their final appeals. They encouraged supporters to turn out in large numbers and vote for change. Change which they say will lead to an improved standard of living for all Vincentians.
And I assure you that Team NDP cares deeply from the heart, and we will bring the best of our heads, our hearts, and our hands to ensure that every Vincentian has the space that they need to realize their truest potential for the individual achievements and our collective achievements, whether through our families, our villages, our communities, and our country.
So you are going to walk with your friends. You are going to walk with your family. You are going to walk with your neighbor. And when you are going on the way, let them remember. Let them know we have suffered too long. Let them know we cannot afford another 5 years of this wicked government. We cannot afford it.
Come on, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's a clear difference. The new Democratic Party, we represent each and every one of you. We will not leave anyone behind. St. Vincent is for all of us.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we as a people deserve much, much better than we have experienced over the last 25 years.
You need every single one of you to go out on Thursday and vote. Because we know every single vote counts. Every single vote matters on election day. You also know that the New Democratic Party is the only party in this country with a real and serious plan to advance this country.
You have said it, and we received the message that you are ready for a government that listens to you. You are ready for a government that will deliver to you. And you're ready for a government that will help you realize your hopes, your dreams, and your ambition. And that government is no other than the New Democratic Party Team 2025.
Supervisor of Election reminds public of strict laws against voter bribery. There's another stories on return with more local news. Stay with us. With allegations circulating about individuals being bribed to vote, Supervisor of Elections Dora James has outlined the laws governing such actions, emphasizing that bribery is a serious offense under the election regulations. She noted that while the law is clear, evidence must be presented in order for anyone to be found guilty of violating it.
Any person who directly or indirectly by himself or any other person on his behalf gives, lends, agrees to give or lend, or offers, promises to procure or to endeavor to procure any money or valuable considerations to or for any voter or to or for any other person in order to induce any voter to vote or refrain from voting, or corruptly does any such act as aforesaid on account of any voter having voted or refrained from voting at any election. Now that sounds long, but if you break it down, if you give somebody or lend them something or encourage them to vote or not vote by you giving them some reward, then that is determined as bribery.
Okay,
but we have to also understand that both parties must say that they receive or they did it. There has to be some level of proof.
James is urging the public to respect and adhere to all laws related to bribery and election conduct. Meanwhile, as Vincentians head to the polls tomorrow, the CARICOM election observation mission will be on the ground across the various constituencies. Chief of the mission, Sasei Gunraj, said his team is looking forward to a peaceful election day. He noted that the region, including St. Vincent and the Grenadines, has consistently demonstrated maturity in conducting peaceful election processes.
This gives me a very good opportunity to wish the electorate of St. Vincent and the Grenadines a peaceful and fruitful electoral process. And the electoral process, of course, ends not on elections day or when you've cast your vote, until a winner is decided and accepted by the electorate. And I believe that as we mature as a Caribbean, as a CARICOM people, the operating in that manner and fashion is a sense of the maturity that we are being imbued with as the years go by. And I just wish that maturity continues throughout the electoral process.
CARICOM has deployed a 10-member team to St. Vincent and the Grenadines to observe the election.